Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm showing you a build that is shaped like the letter U, and I specifically wanted to use like a fancy script. So yeah, it's just a little bit different than just a boring straight or just a little curve at the bottom. I wanted it to be a little bit fancier and a little bit different because I did build that is shaped like the letter N, and U and N is basically just inverted. So yeah, I wanted it to look a little bit different. So that's what I tried to do. As you can see, it has like a curly bit at the side, and then it gets into that normal U shape basically, and then it has a little bit of a tail, and yeah, that was the main thing, and that was already most of the build, but then I decided that I didn't want everything to be quite that large, so I decided to cut out that middle part in the U. At first I thought that I would keep it and just use fences to outline the U letter, basically. And yeah, but then I decided that I wanted it to be actually have a little bit of thickness, and yeah, that is what I did. As you can see, for some reason, you can't see the ceiling, but it doesn't affect the inside, so I wasn't quite sure what was happening. I tried to like go to manage more world and load the lot again, but that didn't help. But in the end, I decided that I would just not bother with it. I hoped that it would just resolve itself. I'm not sure what is happening because I know that there is a ceiling because I can say remove ceiling, but for some reason it doesn't work to get the ceiling back. So yeah, it's just gone basically. But I think when you're like in the lot itself, you won't see it because you don't see the ceiling anyway. And so I decided to just think, okay, it's a weird thing um, with the rounded rooms, and I just thought, okay, it doesn't bother me. I'm going to ignore it. Yeah, but that is basically what happened there. For the inside, I was inspired by a gallery in Florence. It's famous, I think, at least. And I was just there basically. I was in on holiday in Italy, and yeah, I visited that gallery. It's called the um, Uffizi Gallery. Um, and yeah, I thought that looked quite nice. It's a lot of like Greek statues, or Roman statues, like of Zeus and Poseidon and so on. But also a lot of like pictures that were made during like um, the Middle Ages and early Christianity and so on. So it's quite a collection, and I think it is quite cool to look at so many different things. It kind of reminded me of the Louvre in Paris a little bit. It's of course it's way smaller, but it still is like a nice gallery. So yeah, that was the inspiration, like the basic inspiration for that. This is way smaller than the gallery in Florence, so you can't compare the two. But I thought that like the Greek statues in front of the windows in the entrance part would be quite cool to mimic that from the gallery as well. And yeah, I enjoyed doing that as well. And I thought, why not draw inspiration from something that I thought looked quite cool in real life as well. And yeah, as you can see, I'm putting down those little platforms basically for the head statues, and I put down some other statues as well, and I also put down some seating. I really enjoy seating in museums and galleries, because I think sometimes you just need a break, and just being able to sit down is actually, for me at least, it makes the experience a little bit more enjoyable, because if you find something that really like draws your interest, you can just sit down and look at it for a while, and yeah, really look at it, not just walk by it, basically. Yeah, and the windows are specifically inspired by the gallery in Florence, because yeah, there were a lot of windows, and it was basically just one long room with windows on one side and statues in front of it, and of course also on the opposite side of the room. And yeah, I thought that would look quite cool, so that's what I did as well. And then I decided that I wanted a different wallpaper. I wanted a little bit of like more old-timey style, and also a brighter wallpaper, because I decided that I wanted the flooring to be dark. So basically I just switched the two colors, because the wall was dark and the flooring was white, and now the flooring is dark and the wallpaper is like, yeah, not white, but it has white parts in it. So yeah, I switched the sides basically, and I think it looks a little bit better that way as well. And yeah, that was the inside basically. Now I'm just doing some bits on the outside. I put down some trees to cover the windows a little bit. It's not realistic with the real life gallery, because that is like in the middle of the city and also next to a river. So yeah, that isn't what it looks like there, but yeah, I needed to put down something. So yeah, that was the gallery. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I hope you like it. You can download it from the gallery. My ID is TGGSims, same as my YouTube channel name. I also hope that you liked the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. Thanks very much for watching and have a great week. Bye!